Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Snakes on the Plains. Today we have sort of a cleanup video that's not really cleanup because they're already good and clean, but this is the Sulphur Mojave to the lithium clutch in here. I had a cutting video out of that already, and it may have seemed like I wasn't that excited during the cutting video. That was because unfortunately I had lost the mother and it didn't seem like the clutch was doing that well. I'll tell you about that real quick. Basically, it's a really odd story. I took the mother the day after she gave birth to the vet because she had an egg stuck inside her body, and so there's this big old bulge in her, and I can put a photo up, and I apologize, it's a old phone photo, and she had this egg stuck in her. It wouldn't move, so it was stuck to the actual reproductive organs, and the vet suggested that we could do surgery or try aspirating it, basically putting a needle through the muscle into the egg and sucking out the material. So we tried doing that, and it turned out that he could only get about 50% of it out because it was so infected and viscous and almost solid on the inside. It took him a very long time to even get 50% out, so we were lucky that we could do that. He ultrasounded her and found a lot of scarring in her oviducts, which he said that he believed that she had been egg-bound before, and that she was able to reabsorb it before, and then this egg was not able to pass, one, because there was too much scarring, and two, because it was actually adhered and stuck to the side of her oviduct. So this, of course, was very... Well, it was heartbreaking, one, because of seeing this animal that I really cared for suffer so much, and two, it was very disheartening because this was my first female and a birthday present of mine, and we bought her as a proven breeder from someone at a show, and it turned out that she was sold to us with them most likely knowing she had been egg-bound before, which means that they knew she could not reproduce again, and they sold her as a proven breeder. Now, the vet said there wasn't a way that we could know this 100% for sure, but it's pretty darn hard to not be able to tell that your snake is egg-bound. When I received her, I was still new to snakes and not really familiar with them, and she had not pooped for 3 months, and I was about to take her to the vet for that, but she ended up passing a very strange, elongated urate that I just thought was nothing. I even broke it open, and it was very strange contents inside. And now I'm pretty sure that that was, in fact, an egg she had reabsorbed enough to pass. And that's sort of what the vet thought, too. And again, just a very sad, disheartening moment there for us. But what we ended up deciding then, of course, was to aspirate it. We brought her home. The egg swelling had gone down. It was kind of good that the contents of the egg were hard, he thought, because the egg might be small enough now to move through those areas that are scarred and swollen, but the solid rotten stuff inside the egg wouldn't leak out of the egg because of its solid nature. So we thought that everything would be okay. Unfortunately, we left for a trip, had someone watching the pets. When we came back, that area was much more swollen than when we left. We sent him photos, and he said, yes, I think that there's some rotten fluid leaking, and the only possible way that we could get this egg out would be surgery. So we made the very hard decision to surrender her to the vet, and he said that he would do surgery on him and then also find her a new home. So incredible, amazing guy. We found out later that she made it through the surgery and is doing great and eating again. There was actually no fluid leaking out of the egg. It was just swelling. It was a very strange egg. He said he'd never seen anything like it. It was like 2 times as thick of a shell as it should have been. It was much larger than it should have been, and of course the contents were already rotten. This brings us to the clutch. So since she was egg-bound, she laid a little bit later than she should have, so we weren't even sure if the eggs were going to be viable. I made the decision to cut because they started dimpling. They were almost flat, some of them were, and also they started smelling really bad. When I opened the eggs, there was a lime green substance. It was kind of a snotty, mucusy color, and it was very, very disgusting smelling. None of the babies were very responsive to touch, and I could barely even stand the thought of of trying to cut more of them. And actually saying this now, I haven't posted the video yet, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to, because it was not a very great experience, and I don't really know if you guys want or need to see that, because inside are the ones that survived, which just happened to be all of them. I did make the decision on the second day that they were in there to scoop out the snotty, gross liquid, and the next day, after it had been flushed out and stuff, they were acting tons better. They were responsive. They all absorbed their yolk except for one, which was a hard yolk, so it's a good thing he didn't absorb it anyways. He already has eaten though, so he's good until he sheds, and I'm just ecstatic with how this all turned out. So it could have been a lot worse, but I think for what the experience was, we were very lucky. I want to give a shout out to the Ralston vet. Dr. Merquan is the doctor I saw there. He actually is reptile and amphibian certified, so please, if you have a reptile or amphibian, he has taken extra classes, gotten extra certifications to be a vet specifically for them, and of course he sees other animals. Incredible guy, amazing. I would definitely go and check them out. So how about we actually get to the snakes now, huh? After all my talking. And they're all over here, just wonderful little guys. So what we have right here is a bunch of females, which is very exciting. Everybody has lost their umbilical cord and is doing amazing. Right here, this is a little female. This is a Sulphur Mojave, and she, I'm pretty sure, will be available. She's absolutely gorgeous. Has some really nice blushing, and I just love her dorsal. It's very nice. She has a nice stripe on her neck, so you can see. And so of course all these babies will be needing a name in a couple weeks, and if you guys don't know, we do naming ceremonies all the time on our Facebook page, and that is how we keep track of our animals instead of giving them a generic, like almost barcode sort of thing. So this is the Sulphur Mojave. That's definitely the most curious one of the bunch, and this little female will be up for grabs as well. So if anybody is interested in her after several meals and a couple sheds with us, she will be looking for a new home. Alright, so let's get on to the little one that didn't absorb his yolk, and he's doing really well. Weighed in at about 25 grams when he first was born. This is the only male that we have, and I believe it's just a cinnamon, which is great. He has a little bit of blushing, but not much, not enough that's making me think that he's possibly a cinnamon sulphur, but he looks great. I love his tail pattern. He's got some awesome cinnamon pattern going on, and just a super nice, beautiful blue head. So that's going to turn nice and red when he gets older. And then I just don't want to mess with him too much. Let's get on to my holdback. So this is a sulphur, or not sulphur, excuse me, this is a lesser Mojave, and chances are there's only a 6% chance that this is just Sulphur Mojave. It could either have cinnamon or, oh my gosh, I did it again. There's only a 6% chance this could be a lesser Mojave. This could also have sulphur or cinnamon in it as well, so that's pretty exciting. Won't know until we breed her in a couple of years. I think I'm gonna name her Polaris after the North Star. Absolutely am in love with this girl already. I'm gonna be looking for an albino Mojave guy for her pretty soon, so she's gonna be making some albino bells with us in the future, and I could not be happier. Absolutely love bells and have wanted one forever, and I'm very happy that the very first clutch that I made not only produced a bell for me, but produced one that I can keep from a snake that meant so much for me, or to me. So it'll be great to have something of their mother still here, and that's what this girl's gonna be. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, make sure to hit us up in the description below. Our website and everything is located in the description as well, so make sure to check out our availability as the season is just starting. We just had our Hurricane Secret Project clutch hatch, and I'm not sure we're going to share any of that, but we'll have to see pretty soon. I think we've shared some stuff on Facebook, so please make sure to check that out. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.